Instead of cookies and cream flavored Oreo, just an Oreo?
Yes! They crush up an Oreo and they put it in the middle of the Oreo.
That's unethical.
So Thusius takes you into his room back here. And he begins gathering up some of his materials, some of the books and things. And he offers you an apology. He says, because of the motioning towards the outside of the door, because of the commotion, he's going to have to make a very swift exit from the domicile of his gracious host. But while he's gathering his things, he's delighted to pick your brains, as it were.
Just as long as it's not literally.
We were told that you know the names of rooms.
And he says, oh yes, quite a number of them, actually.
Do you know the name of Emethender's room?
Let me check the map here. I always forget which one on the map is Enethender's. There it is.
It's the one marked Enethender.
He says that it has a quite musical quality to it, though he's never visited it in person for obvious reasons. He says that the room is called a congregation of false faces.
Okay. What else are we missing?
That's not on this map, right? That's on the north map.
No, that's on this map.
Which of these rooms is
That
it?
would be this one here.
Okay.
So we know how to get to... We know the birthplace of spirits, but we don't know how to actually get... There's 3 gold doors, and I'll show Thusius our map.
Okay.
We know how to get here, but we need to get to the actual wine cellar. And we don't know the other 2.
He tells you there are 2 rooms beyond the birthplace of spirits. And again, he has not had the pleasure of visiting that area, having somewhat of a dry throat himself. The second room is called the Gears of Hedonism.
So that's the one just past...
Yeah, that's the second. Birthplace of Spirits is the first.
Oh, yeah.
And then the third room is called A Most Bitter Climb.
Bitter climb?
Climb as in climate.
Gotcha.
No, climb as in climbing a ladder.
Oh.
Don't listen to Mahogany.
Well, listen, it's tough.
Have we determined how homophones work with these doors?
Yes.
What about outside? Like, how do we leave? Because earlier we were in Discordance's room and found that we didn't know the hallway itself has a name that we don't know.
And he says that Discordance's music hall and the adjoining hallways have no names. Golden doors therein cannot be opened from the inside.
Oh, so that's why I got my shit fucked up.
And he looks at Liberation and says, you have on the end of your, the kind of motioning towards your tongue.
So,
Yeah.
in that case, well, hang on. How do you plan to leave? Because, we can go through the Heart of Ambition and that's fine. Then you have to go through the second door.
He says, my dear, I intend to plane shift away from this place. I do not want to be here when Destin Locke's ire is raised at the slaughtering of his lieutenants and underlings and all of his vampires.
Okay, but just to be clear, so when you made us close the door, you were just being an asshole.
And he grins sheepishly.
Okay.
He says, I'll consider it
fair.
a parting gift to my gracious host.
Sure.
Vampires?
And he just describes in very clinical terms what vampires are for Kelian.
Have we fought vampires?
Several of them were feasting on your flesh, but a moment ago, my dear boy.
Oh, those are vampires. All right. I thought they were zombies.
So do they normally, like, in Liberation, like, gestures to where like what someone might interpret like bodies being smushed together.
He says that's some trick of the necromancer, Zuzafuz. The one who extended an invitation to Thusius to come to this place.
Riot's still looking at the map and says, "Oh, what about this?" And you see that door below the center seal, but to the east.
Yes.
It's not the one that leads into the cells.
Yeah, in
it's
between
one
the two
above
cells.
that. Do you know this one?
He will know in a second here. Photoshop layers, yo.
Wait
He
a
tells
second.
you, alas, I do not. He says, Destin Locke may have gifted his other guests with that knowledge. He makes
think that's
sure
the
to
last
know
one.
that nobody here, even the ones who came at his invitation, have a full picture of the place.
Well, we're one door short of having a full
No.
picture of the place.
Wait, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
And Mahogany's like 5 steps backwards at this point.
Yeah.
How did you get into the hallway?
He just taps the brim of his hat and says nothing.
We got a lot of counter spells, buddy, and you need a plane shift.
Also, in the spirit of cooperation, plane shifts don't.
And he assures you that they do.
Discordance didn't think so.
Discordance was full of shit.
Discordance was lying to you then.
Discordance was a shit
He
elemental.
grimaces quite a bit at the mention of discordance. And he says, I hope you meted out to her the same fate as the rest of Locke's underlings.
Oh, we killed her twice.
Yeah, she made out worse.
Maybe 3 times?
And he puts down the books that he's collecting up on the table, and he's very intrigued when you say you've killed her twice. He asks what you mean.
Don't give Riot an opening, because now she's going to tell the story.
Yeah, and Mahogany like holds up his hand to Riot now, and he says, "You know, that's weird. That's an interesting story. I know another interesting story, which is how you got into that hallway."
Hey, Brooke.
Yeah.
Thinking back on when I counterspelled that spell that was when he tried to touch Riot.
Mhm.
Did he have any spell components in hand at the time?
Just his spell focus.
Okay.
He was trying to cast Disintegrate on the Bone Golem in the other room. He was trying to end the fight for you guys. You counterspelled his Disintegrate.
Yeah.
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 I'm not at all surprised.
So Riot
Oh,
tells
okay.
the story. He lets Mahogany's interruption finish, but he's very intrigued. He asks, are the depths of your cruelty so boundless that you revived the girl with magic only to slaughter her again?
I mean, she was asking for it. Like, come on.
No, quite literally.
So what does Riot say, like when she tells the story?
Riot says, we had, like you, she had information we needed. And we were a little bit hasty in killing her the first time.
And
Disagree.
at the message of a little too hasty, he does cast a sideways glance over to Nath.
No, that's me. That
No,
was me.
but he's thinking of people who acted.
Right, because Nath hit him with a feeble mind up front.
Yeah.
And he asks if your dragon friend here, you're still a dragon, right?
Yeah, I'm still a dragon.
He asks if the dragon companion here
Yeah.
used his holy magic to resuscitate her afterwards.
We don't actually. So that's well. One thing, that's not a dragon, and 2, none of us really are great at holy magic.
All right. First of all, agree to disagree. Second of all, agree to disagree again. Because you definitely came back from life due to some holy magic.
He's asking about discordance.
Yeah, I know. Nich just bragged me twice in one sentence.
Yeah. And the third point, we had this thing that we thought would just bring her back to life. Normally, this is a lie. And we wanted to make sure that it worked. Because it was given to us by somebody of dubious character.
He asks what the thing is.
It's some powder. A man named Duke Granstarius gave to me.
And at the mention of the name Granstarius, he kind of shakes his head.
It's like one of his people.
And chuckles. And he says, if you use the ashes of Duke Granstarius to revive Discordance, you will have to kill her many more times than twice. She is cursed to reform in her undead body again and again for eternity.
Alright, well, how long does that take?
Because when we last left her, she was dragon ash.
She was extremely ash, yeah.
And he bids you, after the conversation is done, to go back and open her door once again.
No.
Nope.
Wait, she can't get out, though, right? That's what you're telling us?
And again, he just touches his hat knowingly.
Okay, come on. Man, we just told you like 30 secrets.
And he says...
how do you know about Granstarius' act?
He says he is in exile from Granstarius' realm. He was once one of Granstarius' sages. But Granstarius doesn't like him very much because he stole from him the secret of lichdom.
So
do it.
That would do it.
And his hated enemy, Destin Locke, would be a good refugees then.
He said until this moment he did not know of a connection between Locke and Granstarius. But he understands well now why Granstarius gave you such a powerful gift in order to come to this place. So what else transpires with Thusius before he plane shifts out of here?
Let's see.
I mean, if that works, I have a plane shift.
I don't see why we're letting him out of the room without telling us how to get back into that hallway.
I can plane shift us onto the top of the... I know I'm going to get this one wrong.
But you can't plane shift us back.
No, I can plane shift us to the entrance.
I think you have to leave the plane to plane shift.
You're right, I can't plane shift to the same... You're right, I can't hit the same plane I'm on.
That's a spell called teleport.
Reading the description of plane shift is so quaint because so much of it just describes what another plane is.
I'll ask if he's heard of Terran. Do you know anything about Terran or his body?
He says it's his understanding that Terran was a necromancer of Locke's from many years ago that became so unruly that Locke had to destroy him. That's the story that he had from Locke.
Okay.
Nope.
Do you know about the dragon Hrunsivar?
He tells you he only knows that Hrunsivar is kept in a room with no doors.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I figured out where that one is. That's good to know. Now we potentially don't have to bother anything. Anyone else got anything?
And he tells you that, again, he offers his apologies that for using you all as a smokescreen to cover his own escape. But he's sure that you are more than capable of rising to the task of this place. And he looks forward to extending an invitation to you once you're free of it.
Oh, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Do you ever see the cherub guys in here?
The Hollow Men, you mean?
The Hollow Men, right?
He says he does, but they leave him alone because they know he's an invited guest.
Okay.
Invited guests are offered many privileges that interlopers are not.
Before he goes, Nath will just say, and sorry about that feeble mind bit. He'll kind of rub his temple. Not quite as powerful as you were expecting, right?
He says that he finds when it comes to mortal creatures, he never knows what to expect. And that's it for Thusius. Thusius pieces out.
So wait, is this a silver door?
That's what I think. That's my suspicion.
There's no silver door on the inside of the torture chamber. It was at the dead end of the hallway over here.
All store then?
And
What's left
Kelian,
in this room after he leaves? Sorry.
I mean, there was way too much for him to carry on his person. But Kelian, you're watching him the whole time. You're pretty sure he's robbing Destin Locke. Like, he's going to leave here with a bunch of tomes and scrolls.
I was genuinely thinking that.
He's taking some of the towels, yeah.
the little bottles of conditioner.
Yeah.
It's not actually his robe.
I like that he was exiled from Githzerai for stealing secrets. Exactly. To Locke.
And yes, he plane shifts away. And now you all are left alone standing in the room.
Well, do you want to try taking a short rest?
Be good
That
for
would be
me.
that would be much welcome.
Before we
Alright.
do that, does anybody need 80 HP worth? Because that's what I had left on the spell.
I'll take whatever you've got after healing everyone else.
I mean, Nath's a
Well,
little beaten up, but he's fine.
I'm up to full. Nath, what do you need?
I'm down 34,
Okay, you can take
but
all
I
that.
can't heal some of that because of the max HP. I should track this differently.
Take what you can heal.
I'm down 22.
All right, take all you can heal.
Yeah, I can take 20, and then I'm at my new max.
Okay. So I'm hearing we've got 38 left.
Zook
Keelan,
could
do you
use
need...
some.
Zook, when did Zook get hurt?
Zook has been hurt.
Yeah, Zook took something really, really nasty.
Yeah,
Zook-
you remember he got like knocked unconscious and then came back with 1 hit point.
Yeah,
All right, he can take the last
healed
38 then.
I healed him from that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was healed. That was.
He
I
was
feel like something
partially
else
healed.
happened.
He was
I feel like
partially-
he.
Zook doesn't have
Yeah, I
hit
feel-
dice like you guys do.
Yeah.
That's
Oh wait, no. Liberation would just write out his write out the regeneration.
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take that
So
20 back. That was 20, you
Non-cipher
said?
bonus.
All right, so is Zook hurt from more than 58?
he's down 58 hit points.
Then he can have
Exactly?
all of it.
Or no, he's at 58 hit points.
Well, how much does he need?
He needs I can't math right now. He needs 98. Or
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, God, I can't math right now. What am
Calc
I
that
doing?
EXE. Don't. Your cell phone has a calculator on it. Or
We've
you
been through
can.
third grade.
One of you guys is carrying an abacus.
No, that's.
No, we're
that's
not.
ferocity.
Ferocity has
Oh
it.
right, I forgot.
102. I'm sorry.
Okay, we can have the 58. Sorry, Mahogany. But
No,
you're gonna-
that's fine. I want him to
Yeah.
have it.
Okay.
Yeah, because like you're gonna get that back once the spell wears
Right.
off.
This was just I was taking whatever was left.
Okay. And then do we want a short rest, or do we need one? Are we good?
I could. use
I'd
this
rather
for-
not have one because then I can stay a dragon.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I could get some
Also
spell
that.
slots back, but I'm also fine.
Let's wait until Mahogany's spell wears off to take one.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna peruse all the stuff that he left and see if there's any, like, just quick skimming it.
All you get with just quick skimming it.
Mhm.
Make a history check at disadvantage. Intelligence history.
No.
Yeah, that'd be a 8.
Yeah, the only thing you learn by checking through some of these books is it would take a long, long time to start putting together this library of what's all here.
Why has no one created a spell to index books?
I'm sure some Modron has somewhere. Alright, so what's next?
I think playing some of these dice up. Holy crap.
Let's go back out into the heart of ambition.
Okay, so who's opening this door?
I'll do it.
All right, that costs 2 hit points.
Yep.
And you re-enter the torture chamber.
Aside from tools, are there any actual like weapons or anything in here?
Nothing that would be usable in combat.
Anything
Okay.
magic liberation?
Turn on detect magic.
Just the standard magical stuff of the place.
And
The various types of tools and weapons you'll find in here, I mean, we're talking things like sickles and scourges. They're just things that are meant to maximize pain but minimize damage.
Yeah.
really
There's
hoping to find some arrows for Zook of all things. But what happens if I actually just inspect this wall? Like,
You're
just
standing
put
in
my
front
hand-
of an Iron Maiden
Oh,
with a hideous devil on the front face of it. Done. If it's actually done entirely in Beatorian green steel, this might be the single most precious object you've ever seen in your life. You've never seen
is it
something this
open or
big.
closed?
Closed right now.
Ah, I get it. So you think it's an actual door, but when you try to go through it, you get crushed in the Iron Maiden.
Or it is an actual door, and when you open this up, you get a door.
Yeah, is there any obvious latch or release?
Yeah, there's a release. You can lift it up and then pull the door open.
Nath does so.
And I mean, looking inside, it's just a standard Iron Maiden. Liberation, though. From back there, you're getting quite a lot of illusion magic from the inside of this thing.
I'm gonna grip on hard to the held open Iron Maiden door. I don't want any nasty surprises where this thing tries to close on us.
And when you grip it, I mean, you don't feel it spring loaded. It's not going to snap back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing like an illusion through there.
Oh, well, who wants to be the one
Nath
to find
will
it?
take his staff and just sort of shove it into the back of it.
Okay, and the whole back of it and the front of it, for that matter, is just coated with these green steel spikes. And your
And that's
staff smacks them. They're solid.
solid enough.
What part is
Yeah.
illusion liberation?
Can I get more granular than that?
Nope,
Like, what
just
part of-
the inside of the space. There's something illusion-y about it. Just the inside of the Iron Maiden is radiating illusion magic. You'd need to use Identify to get anything more than that. Or legend lore, I guess.
If it's a legendary, well, it's a giant green steel.
I mean, do we want to take 10 minutes? It's a ritual.
I mean, here's the thing, though. I mean, if putting myself in the mindset of somebody who runs this place, this is a secret door, or rather, what I'm thinking is that this is like on the other side. If I'm thinking of the layout of this place correctly, the other side of this was a door. They try to open this door, go through. It's an illusion. They end up stumbling into the Iron Maiden. The back side of that door slams shut, crushing them in the Iron Maiden. That's what I'm getting.
But for that to be true, and don't get me wrong, I like that idea, the back still
Ew.
needs to open.
That's a good point.
And so, like, I'm gonna back up here. Is there like a metal table in this room?
Oh yeah, there's several of them. This is a room where you can be lashed down to this table and they can go to town on you.
I'm just gonna pick one of them up with main strength and just try to battering ram the back of this open.
They're affixed to the floor. Because I mean, these tables are meant to hold like demons, like Tanari that are captured in the
Floor
blood
made
war,
out
meant
of?
to be tortured. Floor's made out of the same kind of stone as the rest of the place. So I mean, you're
Alright,
not
so
you're
that's
not lifting one of these tables.
Are they okay?
All right. Well, there's got to be something metal in this room that's meant to be swung.
Sure,
What's
lots
the
of
most battering, rammy looking thing in there?
probably you.
Well, here's the thing. I hear the back of it's full of spikes.
Yeah. No, there's lots of metal implements in here. Nothing that would be used as like a battering ram. Things in this room are used to like peel flesh and pull out claws and deal various types of minor magical damage.
Well, we know we know that in order to get in there, in order to get hurt, it's a lock, right? How'd you like to try and knock Riot?
Yeah, I guess
That'll,
fair
or
enough.
can you start with we have Liberation here who can literally use an ability that if it's not locked physically, it'll just open. You know, what's that magic devil thing you do?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
You
I've got
mean
that too.
Liberation shouts, "Open the fuck up!" at that door for thaumaturgy.
And what does that do?
It's
It's
forces open
thaumaturgy.
an unlocked door.
Hey, what?
It's thaumaturgy. It forces open an unlocked door.
Okay. Well, you saw the door from the other side. It's this regular silver door, so you know it's not. You know it's not unlocked.
So it's definitely locked.
Mhm.
So, is there anything looking into the back of that room where you could slot that key in? I think Kelian's the one to look at
Yeah,
that.
Kelian's got the lock, the key.
And Kelian, if you don't mind, while you're working, I'm going to stand behind you, and I'm going to have my hand on your shoulder. And if this thing starts to close, I'm going to dimension.
That is
Mahogany.
a very solid
Yeah.
idea.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom? You
Yes.
got it. I'm theoretically good at those.
I mean, it went off the table.
No.
Oh,
That's a one.
I'm gonna lucky die that one.
Okay.
oh.
I'm gonna literally lucky die that one.
Ugh.
There,
That's
two
a little
ones. That's
better.
way better.
How'd you do?
Really?
How does a Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm an idiot.
No, you're a dragon. Does that help your wisdom?
Idiots can be
Yeah.
dragons.
It does actually. That's a 20.
A 20. Kelian hunkers down and starts inspecting the back of this Iron Maiden, and Nath walks in behind him and puts a hand on his shoulder, and you're holding this door, and you're thinking, I could slam this door so hard, and the two of them would be crushed together in there, and for a moment, the thought of just what their bodies would look like, crushed and mashed and mangled inside of this thing, it's just like ecstasy. And you erase the vision, like you're horrified that it even crossed your mind, and you are not
Yeah.
compelled to slam the door shut.
All right, and I'm gonna say, guys, there's something in there that's trying to turn us on each other.
Kelian, make an intelligence investigation check.
What do you mean trying to turn us against each other?
I mean, there's magic shit trying to make me kill you guys.
Might just
And
be
I
the
could.
plane.
Intelligence investigation.
Liberation sweeps the room with detect magic again.
That is a 13.
A 13.
I'm sorry, I thought you were a rogue.
You know that there's a door on the other side of this, and you're just not seeing the trick. You're just.
I don't see the trick, guys.
I mean,
right.
how exactly are you investigating? Are you reaching in and touching the back wall and the spikes and things, or are you just looking?
You've got a key.
Yeah, that's Kelian would be touching and feeling, looking
Yeah.
for.
And I
Hold
mean,
up
your
a bit.
first thought is if he's seeing illusion magic, maybe the spikes aren't really here, but you reach out, you get your hand around one, and like, yeah, this is a real spike, and it would really actually hurt if this thing was closed. And it's just a solid green steel wall. I mean, your hand comes away with this rust-feeling residue on it.
Okay. Riot.
Kelian rubs the thing.
Mahogany says there's magic shit trying to.
Yeah, so let's get out of here. Let's go with knock.
Right, which Riot just cast.
Right.
Which version of knock?
Oh, the second level.
Just aimed at the Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And the back of the Iron Maiden slides away with a crash into the wall, revealing the hallway beyond.
Liberation reaches in, holds the door for everyone else.
Okay.
Squeezle through.
Squeezle through.
Come on, Zook.
Zook is better at squeezeling.
So wait, the reason we were originally shutting these doors is because the shadow monsters came through them, right? But since then, we found out that they can just get anywhere they want anyway. Why are we closing these doors ever?
I don't know.
I think they close by themselves anyway.
If you don't.
Well, yeah,
open
but we
them,
can
yes.
jam-
I think the open doors attract them because we haven't typically had them.
I don't think that's true at all.
So if we jam this one open, Nath, by your reasoning, if we then left, all of them would get attracted here and we'd be good.
I don't know. There's a finite number of them, but possibly.
All right, so I'm gonna just jam this one open.
Okay. And it
Okay,
remains
let's see
open.
what we got.
I've got they're climbing pythons. I've got 14.
I'm gonna go ahead and put an O here. Do you have access to them while you're polymorphed?
Yes, because I can the way shape change and actually the way dragons work is I can get at my equipment just by temporarily changing back to Genasi form.
Okay. So what's next?
Going up through
We
here.
know. Let's see if we can find some more of this liquid stuff.
Well, wait. One last thought
Uh-huh.
is this is a silver door that we don't have anything on for them. We don't have
That's
anything
good
about
point.
on the map.
That's a good point.
We
Let's-
should
let's
probably,
try that
but
one.
not going through the previous one seems to have slowed us down a bit. Let's investigate this one.
Who's investigating it? And like,
I
what-
was, by what I
Kelian.
Kelian open it.
He's opening it.
Yeah, I was just
But
gonna.
I'm gonna because of the nature of that last door, I'm again going to put my hand on his shoulder in case something happens.
Okay. And you
I'm gonna put the key.
put the key in, slide the door away, and about 1 or 2 feet inside, it's like maybe a little broom closet sized room, if that. And the back wall is just dozens of decayed, grasping arms lunging forward. Roll initiative, just Nath and Kelian. Just a quick dexterity check.
AKA the worst door.
Nath got a 22.
How'd Kelian do?
16.
Okay, so you have no problem pulling Kelian back as these hands reach out and try to grab him. And that's all that's back there.
Yeah.
Let's not leave that one open.
Yeah,
let's
that's-
Let's keep that one shut.
And the door closes.
So I guess the question is, do we want to maximize Mahogany's dragon form and go into a new door, or do we want to go back to the barracks and look for one of those liquids? Because we know one of them's there.
The main question, I guess, is how we would transport them or contain them. I think we should probably go through as many new doors first. I feel like we want to collect all the liquids as one action as much as possible.
Okay.
Some of them are pretty volatile and hard to transport.
Start heading our way back this way.
Okay.
I just know when to stop because there's stuff.
Back into the music hall.
Matt's gonna do a lucky knock on this stone prison as he walks past.
Is that spell still up?
don't
It's
think
there
that's right.
forever.
It's there
yeah.
forever. Okay.
Yeah, he concentrated on
just
it long enough. It's just stone now. It's not even magical anymore.
Very good.
And that's actually not even drawn correctly because it's dumber than that. It's 2.
Yeah. Is it 2 on top as well?
Yeah.
What's next?
To the birthplace of spirits. Gonna open the.
Who's opening
Who's
this?
opening it?
I'm pretty low on
That was
having
also my
on my
question.
actual max HP. I'll burn this one.
Okay.
I was gonna say I think Riot's still in the lead as far as hit points burned.
Yeah, probably.
Before I open this door,
Yeah.
is this birthplace of spirits or the birthplace of spirits?
It says birthplace of spirits.
Yeah, but
That's-
Kelian wrote it down and he's not always super careful. So I'm
I've
asking
got-
for Nick.
I've got birthplace of spirits.
Fantastic. Sorry, Kelian, no offense. Birthplace of spirits.
And it is the birthplace of spirits, so roll 3. No, it's fine. Honestly, you guys have gotten a bunch of those wrong, and it doesn't matter. we're not going to go crazy with articles. on
Good
these
to know.
doors. Although I'm proud that you would think that I would, because it means I'm doing my job right. Everybody's
I
chopping
absolutely
in
think
without
you
even
would.
hearing the room description. Look at y'all.
I'm a cipher. I don't know what they're doing.
It's a dingy cellar, stacked on all walls with barrels of beer, wine, and spirits. The room is very neatly organized with drink from all over the outer planes. However, and this is very odd, well, it strikes you as odd, being from Sigil. You don't see a single cask with markings from Arborea anywhere in this room.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
This is
Hey,
what
Greg.
that's the chaotic good,
Yeah.
right?
Since this is like a very short hallway with 3 doors, let's keep these open.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll bang a python in. I'm down to 8. I
Okay.
looked at my inventory. I have 10 pythons.
No,
there
go ahead
green?
and mark the doors that you're keeping open. So you have a distinctive pink mark on them.
And I'm going to give Zook 2 daggers from
move
the
right?
bandolier.
For real quick.
Sure.
I mean, you were good anyway. I think.
Did you get that?
Yep.
Okay.
That's not one.
Is there any green beer in here?
No, that's gonna be in the actual wine cellar.
Well, so I just real quick want to say a problem that I have with this room is this is a wine cellar, right? Where all this stuff is, but the room name is Birthplace of Spirits. It's not Container of Spirits or Resting Place of Spirits. Shouldn't there be something here that's creating spirits?
That's a good question.
Have the names been that literal in the past?
Yes.
Yeah, they absolutely have. Like, we just came from a guest of honor, which had one of his guests, and then there was the Heart of Ambition.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they are super literal.
The Sounds of Possession. Well, you've seen that place. They should probably rename that one, actually.
They just renamed it now. She dead now. Kind of.
And over the mind, like, Nath's gonna do a kind of... That's gonna give Riot a very embarrassed. We're going to have to do something about that at some point, Riot.
Yeah, I know.
So,
All right,
as far
I'm
as,
going to
is
have to
there
do
any,
something about that.
as far as
No,
is
no,
there any,
I said, yeah, I know.
Okay.
as far as if
Yeah.
there's any green beer in this room, it'll take a little while to kind of sort through what all's in here.
Let's check the next room first.
Okay, who's opening it?
Rick, do we have the same max HP thing for me, by the way? What do you got? Because I got 9.
I have you down 10.
All right, 10. I'll switch to. I'm more willing to believe you than me.
All right, I'll just throw 5 more on then. All right.
Well, you should have said that earlier, because now I know.
Right now, you're tied for last place. You're opening the next one?
Yeah, 12.
All right, what's the door beyond?
Well, at first I need to find out that name. I have no idea.
Oh, it was... it was the Gears of Hedonism.
The Gears of Hedonism.
Okay.
It's just Gears of Hedonism.
It is just Gears of Hedonism. No, it's actually the Gears of Hedonism. This room looks like a combination brewery and living quarters. Against the back wall is a huge still. And, I mean, it's a very heady aroma when you step in here. I mean, you can just smell the fumes of alcohol in the air. And in one of the back corners is a large cot where a very old and very fat man... I mean, let's not mince words. He looks like he just crawled out of the hive. He's also very foul smelling. And he's just snoring away. He's just fast asleep. He looks incredibly drunk. And yeah, the huge still on the back wall. And you see... actually, that's all you see. So there you go.
Does he wake up when Mahogany starts banging away at the python?
No, he does not.
Yeah, I'm glad you absolutely 100% understood that that wasn't going to stop Mahogany from banging away at the fight.
Liberation was about to go turn around and face away to the others and put his fingers to his lips, but
Not only is he hammering, he's also singing hi-ho as he does it.
But in Draconic.
Right. And what's next?
So we keep an eye on him. Hey, Zook, keep an eye on him.
you got it, boss.
That's it. It's not the Zook I remember.
Yeah, actually being helpful.
And who's opening this next door?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Nice. Is this post or pre-opening door?
No, this is post. He's going to open this door, and then we're going to roll initiative.
Okay, cool. You don't know, he might have fucked up the name of the room.
Well, what name did he say?
I hadn't said a name yet.
Oh, well, on your turn, you're going to say a name. We'll find out whether or not you get blasted.
Keeping in mind, Brickroad has been known to get really upset with gameplay character knowledge.
Riot.
14.
Kelian.
10.
Liberation.
Liberation acts on a 18.
Nath.
Nath acts at 20.
And Mahogany.
8.
That seems really low for Mahogany.
Mahogany rolled a 3.
What about Zook?
21.
Ah. Alright, let me cut paste some hollow men's over here.
I can't cheat every time, Brickroad. You'll catch on.
Sure you can. I do. Oh my god, I didn't click out of the little window here. There we go. My bad.
It's all good.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nath.
Mm-hmm.
After Mahogany's done hammering this climbing pipe into the door, Liberation goes over and touches his thumb to the door across. Make a perception check.
Sure.
I want to find out if you guys are surprised or not.
That would be a
Right.
7.
Okay, 7 beats my 4. So.
Wait, let me make sure there's actually a 7 because I rolled a 1. Yeah, that's a 7. Okay.
Attack roll.
But looking back through the 2 open doors, you do see some of the hollow men coming around the stone in the center of the room. And you know that there are hollow men, they're the little explodey bastards short behind.
Yep.
And presumably you call out that what you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then Zook is up first. Nobody's surprised.
Zook. Lulupihu Luluwile. Move over here.
Okay. Nath.
Move to here, and let's go ahead and just cast Bite at this one. So it gets to make a DC 19 con save.
And when you move to there, you see a third one coming up along this wall.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 of the little sappers behind.
Do you mind if I change my action then before I cast that spell?
You can't change your movement because you don't see that until you've moved there.
Yeah, obviously. I've already spent that movement. It's just instead of taking that action.
Yeah, sure.
That's enough of them. Let's go ahead and drop an ice storm.
Okay.
That's a dramatically different spell.
It's just bigger and colder and slipperier. Let's see what the exact radius of that is. Oh, God. This, I believe, is also a Constitution save, but give me a second to get it in front of me. There we go. A 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
That's the
which is Dex this time, actually.
That'll catch
Dex.
everyone.
Yep.
Without catching us.
But it's also going to make difficult terrain, so I have to draw it.
Yeah.
One of the sappers made it, but I don't think it's going to matter. Everyone else failed. So go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, I'm going to... Sure, let me do that. Okay. 46 cold, 2d6 bludgeoning. Do you care if I split those?
No, just give me the Grandmaster total is fine.
Okay. And I'm going to draw the difficult terrain after I'm done, because I want to block a little bit more of their movement. $16 cold and bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 2 little sappers just pop and explode in place.
And
And is that where Nath ends his turn?
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to... Yes, I want to be in the doorway so they can't just kick it up closed.
Okay.
And that's difficult terrain from all the hell.
Gotcha. Liberation.
Well,
what name do
Liberation
you
was
speak?
already doing a thing. A most bitter climb.
And the door opens. In the room beyond, room number 23, similar to the first room you stepped into, stacked with barrels on all sides. The main difference is in the center of the room, in the floor, you see a trap door. Aside from it being in the floor, it's identical to the other silver doors that you've seen, which means it has the celestial imagery and everything else on it.
And the socket for where the key.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That didn't take an action. You just opened up the door. But it's not going to stay open unless you hold it.
You can take one of these climbing pythons for me. You're standing right next to me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll hammer that into place here.
So you're a Genasi right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to be because I've been putting pythons in.
So you're going to spend your action to wedge this door?
Yep.
Okay. It's going to bring us to... Oh, I don't have any more sappers.
Oh,
Hello,
someone
men.
deleted my
No. Oops.
He's drawing
That
a
was-
circle nicer.
Yeah, that was my bad. Apparently, the button that erases all.
Oh, you deleted everything.
I didn't realize the button did that.
It says delete everything when you click it.
I just assumed it was my color. I can't normally erase your color.
Oh, that's fair.
So he can get up on you.
Yep.
This guy probably can't. 20. He can just
I
get
think that's where they're.
barely out of the range of it, and this guy is going to be trapped inside of it for the rest of his life. Probably.
It's not damage. It's just slow terrain.
Well, he doesn't continuously take damage like if he starts his turn.
No, it's an instant thing, but then all the hail stays in the ground for a turn, melts.
The good news is I don't have to be next to you to attack you because they have javelins.
Okay.
The first guy up in your face is going to hit you with his greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 19.
That's gonna get shielded.
Okay, throw the shield up so you've got a 20 till the end of...
Yep.
Okay. And second hit's going to miss as well. And 4 javelins come your way.
Javelins.
Throw this 1 away. And throw that 8 away. I've got a 23.
That makes it through.
And a 20.
Also hits.
Alright, so let's give you some piercing damage. 5 points from the first javelin. 11 points from the second javelin.
Okay.
As you stand your ground in the doorway. It's going to bring us to liberation. Or no, not liberation. Riot.
Okay. Riot, seeing the liberation, is going to go up and cast Sacred Flame on the Zamboni. Or, I don't know what this guy is. A Hollow Man.
The Hollow Man, okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
A method.
That's a big fail.
Okay. Grab some d8s here.
He looks very cold.
He's about to warm you up.
Yeah, he'll take... Wait, what? 21 radiant damage.
21 radiance. Okay, he is definitely bloodied at this point. And you're staying put in that doorway?
Mm-hmm.
Kelian.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
I guess I'll just finish the one, or try to anyway.
How many bolts does Kelian have left?
I will tell you once I pull up page on my character sheet.
Ah,
13.
it is on his character sheet.
13.
Okay, roll it. I have every confidence you can probably finish this guy off. I mean, he
Yeah.
looks cold and he's a little bit on sacred fire.
Well, little do you know, I have to roll a die.
I mean,
This is true.
It is a 16.
16 does not hit.
Yeah.
I had confidence though. I did.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Mahogany, you're up.
All right. Nath, you mind getting shifted out of the way?
Not as long as they're gonna keep the door open.
Well, it's heightened, so.
Yeah, but
I'm
we're trying
worried
to
they'll
keep
kick
that-
out the Titans.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay. I'm going to use the new room to change shape back into a dragon.
Okay.
So I got really shifted out of the way.
I always have to remember to say the right words because shape change is a different ability that I have than change shape.
Right.
So Nath, moving out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and let him take a swing at you. That's going to hit only a 15. I think you're fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bite him.
That shield lasts until the until the beginning of your next turn, right?
Yeah, shield's still on.
You're not
that's
gonna
that's a natural. Do I think I can kill him? Is this worth spending a lucky on? No, I don't think so. Alright. So why are we taking the Titans out?
We're not,
We're
we're-
trying to keep them from doing
Keep
it.
Oh, they're
I'm just
trying
worried
to.
that
Yes.
I'm worried they might.
No, that makes sense to me. Sorry. I thought I missed something, but no, I was just missing
Is Mahogany done?
a logic. Yes.
Okay, Zook.
Zook. I'll just casually saunter up this way and flip a dagger at this guy while under invisibility.
Flip a dagger at him. Okay.
Yep.
His invisibility drops, but you get advantage on the roll.
I do, and I rolled a 6 or a 6.
Which one are you going to take?
I will take the 6 for a total of 18.
18 still, it does hit, actually.
Alright then, so I get all of the d6s. That's a d10.
You wouldn't want to bite this guy anyway, Mahogany. He's hollow. Like,
Yeah, I'd
Well,
go right through, hurt my teeth.
yeah, like a
Easter
really
eggs are hollow.
disappointing
They're-
chocolate Easter
They're
rabbit.
good eating.
Bye, dice!
Does anybody else feel a little ripped off when you bite into a chocolate Easter rabbit and
No.
it's one of the hollow ones?
No, they're still good. You're
No,
still
I
eating
like that
something.
better.
Why?
I like that better.
It's an
Oh.
interesting texture.
That's a good roll.
Let's see, that's going to be
Pretty good.
47 non-magical.
All right,
damage.
he is very dead.
Zook, after becoming visible, he claps Nath on the shoulder and says, "Hey, thanks, bud."
Nath, your turn.
Let's go ahead, and this one can make a DC 19 con save for frostbite.
Yeah, no, he can't.
Literally
no.
cannot.
6s or 8s. Character sheet says 8 6s. So he gets disadvantage on his next weapon attack and takes 12 cold damage.
That's disadvantage on his next individual attack or for his next turn?
Attack.
Okay, gotcha. And Nath is staying.
Let's see. And then I'm going to shove Zook back to where I am and make sure he's not in the line of fire. Probably dumb because he doesn't open these doors. And then the ice melts. That's the end of Nath's turn.
Liberation, you finish chalking this door open with Mahogany's metal spike.
Mhm. What else is
God damn it.
What else is in the? Is it just more barrels?
It looks very similar to the first room you guys came through. I mean, it would take you some time to actually go in and investigate if you wanted to itemize all the different kinds of brew that's in here. The only main difference you see is the silver trap door in the floor.
I could get up to here with my movement,
Okay?
my stupid ass movement, and
Lol monk.
Lol monk, exactly, and crack the hollow man.
Okay.
Oh lol, no,
No?
not one.
Not
the other.
happening with a 1.
Oh wow,
No.
wow.
If it makes you feel better, I also feel your pain.
I mean, you're tired from running across that room, so it
I
makes sense.
guess, yeah. No, I didn't realize that I turned into other McDohl there.
Is that the end of Liberation's turn?
Not before he's going to key point to dodge.
Okay. It's probably a good idea because these two hollow men are closing in on you. So they're both going to roll a disadvantage.
Correct.
Ooh, that's a crit we can throw away.
Yay!
First one whiffs. The second one, I think, puts his hand on you, though. I've got a 17
Just hits.
and an 18.
Also just hits.
So the first one swings twice. Big miss both times. Second one bites twice with his sword. 13 slashing from the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
14 slashing from the second hit. And that's going to bring us back to Riot.
Riot kind of like drops. See these guys between Mahogany's giant form under his feet, and casts Sacred Flame on this one. And gets back up.
11 on the save.
No, that's it.
That's not going to do it. Okay.
That's 17 radiant.
And they are both pretty well bloodied at this point. Is Riot staying put there?
Yep.
Kelian, you're up.
Kelian, he's our man. He can't do it.
Let's
You're
try it again.
screwed.
Okay. Once again, I have every confidence. I mean, look at that.
Hey!
I just needed a little encouragement, that's all. We just needed to believe in him.
But we already spent all our belief points.
That's true.
I've got a few left.
Oh, here's that's 96 for you. Just get the D4 out of there.
Throw the D4 in there. What the fuck? Difference doesn't make.
13.
This is the reason to play a rogue right here. Moments like this, when you look at you're like, I don't own enough dice.
That's me sometimes playing the paladin.
Yeah.
Because when I crit as a paladin, I'm like, oh, I guess it's time to use Divine Smite then.
Yeah, it's time to smite things.
Wait, I thought every hit with a paladin was timed to Divine Smite.
You don't get that many flaws.
That's a
That's
lot
a
of
lot of
sixes.
sixes.
That is 75 damage.
Okay. Yeah, he's very dead.
The other one's dead just from watching him.
Something useful. That's fine though.
You're moving back behind the door.
Yeah.
Mahogany, can you put it to bed right now?
You better.
I don't know. Liberation did just run in front of a dragon. I wouldn't want to put him out. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him
Okay.
with my mouth.
Look how he specifies.
Yeah, it's really weird when you say it that way.
I don't care. I'm a dragon.
I feel like he's not actually biting him. He's just like hitting him with his face.
Yeah.
Like he's turning his head to the side and just smashing it against.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
That's 23.
That'll hit.